What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Season 11 balance changes. I think I'll start today's video off briefly discussing some of those changes. I'm not going to go into detail about all the cards. There's enough content already out there from the top content creators, so I'll just kind of zoom in on some of the ones that I think are going to have the most impact in the new season and the meta moving forward, and also how I think they probably needed to do a little bit more to certain cards. I just don't feel like they were nerfed correctly. So, but yeah, we'll go and start with that. And again, it'll be pretty brief, and then we'll move into wrapping up this Golden Loot Triple Draft Challenge. But yeah, before I get started and talking about balance changes, if you guys do find this content helpful or, enjoyable, whatever, would certainly appreciate a sub, like, and or share. Definitely comment below and just kind of tell me what you guys think. I love having interaction and dialogue with you guys. So, but anyways, let's go ahead and start with the spells and buildings. I think what Supercell is actually trying to do is balance the spells out a little bit. Obviously, there's spawners with the huts and all that stuff all over the place. Everyone knows that. Poison and Earthquake are used everywhere, most of the time. I'm not saying Fireball isn't relevant, and with the piggies being meta as well, the Royal Hogs that is being meta, they obviously Fireball is also being used, and of course you typically have that in a hog deck and some variations and things like that. But you have Mega Knight as well that is a great counter to the hogs. But my point is now that the buildings will have less HP, I think that the Fireball is going to kind of come back in, right? Because you can't really destroy a building that effectively with a Fireball versus like Earthquake, things like that. So I think they're trying to just kind of balance those things out a little bit. So I love the Furnace. That's probably one of my favorite buildings, if not my favorite building. But, so that kind of stinks that actually is getting that nerf. But at the same time, I think this is going to really generate some new shifts in the metas, just period, overall, the way buildings are used and spells and things like that. So I think that's overall a positive thing. All right, so yeah, moving on to the Battle Healer. This is the one that I just don't think... I still feel like Eagle and Battle Healer and all that stuff is still going to be very toxic and very much in the meta. I just don't think that reducing her HP a little bit is going to make that much of a difference, because it really isn't... That is a problem, to some degree, but it's just, it's basically her healing ability, right? It's like even, the goal of the Eagle deck is to build this massive push, and especially in double and triple, you want to be able to just spam the bridge continuously, and you just overwhelm your opponent and it's game over. Good luck trying to, especially when you have an E-Drag up there getting healed up, good luck trying to find the Battle Healer and all that, and trying to take her out even with less HP. I actually think that they should have also, along with the HP reduction, they should have also made her heal radius a little bit smaller. So that way, maybe now we can start to try to kite her out of the push. If you take her out of the equation, the push isn't as valuable, or not valuable really, but as strong, I would say, in my opinion. So, there's more skill involved there, more chess-like kind of a feel to the game, which is what I love about Clash Royale, which is, again, nothing against Golem players. I'm not saying, this is not a debate about whether it's high skill or not. I'm not going to debate that and talk about that, but the way you play a Golem deck is pretty straightforward. I think, when you commit to the Golem and how aggressive and things, there's strategy for sure, and understanding your opponent's deck and everything like that, and counters, absolutely. But I think the strategy is very... especially in that mini P.E.K.K.A version, right? You just drop that Golem, you're trying to build that push, and then you just double T. You're just like, you're basically spamming, and you'll get that mini P.E.K.K.A in there somehow, and that thing will just clean house and get to your tower. Whatever. So, but anyways, my point is going back to the whole chess mindset. Those are the decks that I love to run and play against, where you're kind of really just, it's every single move matters, right? And every tile placement matters, things like that. So I go back to the Battle Healer. I think that if you made her heal radius a little bit smaller, so it's still effective, right? Because they're not going to remove her self-healing ability. I think that's something a lot of people have been asking for, but if you make that heal radius smaller, I think that, would go a long way. If you can kite her a little bit and kind of get her out of the area of healing up other troops, I think that, you got to be more skillful, on both sides, right? Kiting as well as making sure you can somehow defend from that kite happening, or whatever the case is. So, but that's kind of my take on the Battle Healer. That is, that the HP reduction, hey, great, but I also think they should have kind of brought in the heal radius. So, You just got to be a little more precise, and the troops have to be a little more bunched up, you know. So that's my take on that. But yeah, NATO is obviously, everyone knows, it's getting a huge rework. I'm not going to go into those details really. Again, there's a lot of videos out there. I know that obviously it damages buildings now. You know, in the real world, that's what it really does. I get all that. My thing though is just the effect it's going to have on decks like Golem, obviously, and Splash Yard, that kind of stuff. And you know, I've used NATO. I'm not typically a NATO player. I don't use that card often, but I will say that I'm looking forward to it. You know, I don't know if that's going to be a popular opinion, but I really do want to see how that is going to just shake things up so much. And you just have to be more higher skill, I think, which is what one of their goals was, I guess, you know, making it a higher skill card. They talked about top ladder, but you know, to me, you know, I don't know, like, to get on my soapbox here for a second, you know, to me, this game is built on much more than top ladder. I feel like, you know, in 7,000 plus, I understand there's esports and there's a lot of money to be made and there's a business side of everything, but this community is large, right? You have the beginning, mid tier, and high tier players, and I think that each tier, if you want to keep it in that mindset, you know, different cards mean different things to different people at those levels, and there's certain OP cards at certain tiers, in my opinion. But at the same time, you need to get the opinions of the whole community, right? You know, so when they first talked about the NATO nerf or rework or whatever, and they talked about 7K plus or top ladder, you know, I know for a fact, I mean, I saw it out there on Reddit and Twitter and everything like that. There were a lot of unhappy people for that comment alone, for various reasons. You know, I'm kind of indifferent, but my point here is that I just feel like they need to do more for everybody, right? You know, so anyway, so moving on. So that, anyways, just, you know, before we move on, but NATO, right? I just think it's going to really shake the meta up big time, and I'm just looking forward to seeing what that's like. And maybe we'll see less Golem. Again, sorry for all you Golem players, but I can't lie. It's just not. It's almost like seeing Sparky. It's just not a fun day. You know, it's going to be a long battle, and that's part of the game too. You know, but it's just going to be nice to probably see that whole thing, you know, shake up, right? So I think that's going to be a good thing for the game. We'll see though. Time will tell. All right. So the other thing too I want to talk about is, you know, I love that they're nerfing and reworking and buffing all these very high profile kind of cards and things like that, and I know this has been said before, but I really want them to start showing some love to all these cards that have zero to no, like almost no reuse rate, right? Like Zappies, we keep talking about that. Royal Recruits, you know, they're just a card that's just not viable outside of, you know, using them in challenges and things like that. But you know, Fire Spirits, that's another card, you know, there's been some discussions around that, and I know it's come up in videos before, but that's what I would like to see too, right? Maybe in parallel to everything that they're doing with the cards that are very strong and popular, which makes perfect sense. They get the most attention, and I get that. But there are different ways to shake up the meta, in my opinion. And I think by reworking, buffing, whatever the case is, some of those other cards, probably reworking, to be perfectly honest with you. I think the Royal Recruits definitely need that, and I think Zappies definitely need that. It's not really a buff thing. They just need to be reworked, you know? So, but I think that will help shake the meta up too as well, right? And my point beyond that is the fact that we have like almost 100 cards in this game. I just don't... We have to be more creative. You know, staying with Golem as an example, if, you know, to me, you know, no one ever wants to lose. But if I face a Golem deck, if I have two Golem decks that I'm going to face, and one is the meta deck, oh, it's Night Witch, oh, guess what, it's Golem, and I lose to that, it's like, oh, all right, fine, next one, you know, it's like, you know, an internal rage, and it's like, come on, you know, let's be creative. But if I face like a Golem and some other type of variation that I've really never seen before. Now, there's probably a reason I haven't seen it, because it probably won't work that well. I don't know. But the point is, if I lose to that, I feel better. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just me, but I do. I feel better about that. 'Cause I'm like, you know, hey, man, shout out to you for at least trying something a little bit different and unique. You know, it didn't work, or it did work, whatever the case is, but that's not the point. So it's always refreshing when you kind of see that. But yeah, we're approaching 100 cards in this game. It's like, I cannot believe that we just can't find it in ourselves to be a little more creative. That's the whole community. I I don't care, you know, what tier you're in. I think that's the whole community. So, but yeah, the last part is the new arena, guys. I mean, I'll tell you, the new arena is amazing. I think it's my favorite. I think a lot of people are actually saying that. That dragon and just kind of the details around that. Well, obviously it's not live yet, but it's just super cool looking. Really, really cool looking. So I almost want like a sculpture of that thing. But actually, I did forget one. The Goblin Cage. That's another one too that I was super happy to see that on the list. Unfortunately, I don't think it's. I'm no longer excited, I guess is what I'm saying. The fact that it's getting, you know, a buff in the manner that it is instead of the speed being brought back. And I know that when he was super annoying when he was like real fast. I know that, but I just feel like I think that was the meta back then, right? I don't think that that's going to be oppressive now or anything like that. So to me, I was really hoping that they were going to give him his speed back. I love that card. And of course, you know, I max out the star levels on that beautiful thing, and, you know, shortly after it gets nerfed. So maybe a little biased there. But anyways, I'd be curious to know what you guys think, you know, about the balance changes and, you know, kind of stuff that's upcoming and things like that. But yeah, let's just go ahead and jump in here and knock out the rest of this challenge. I'll also tell you guys that, let's see, what are we going to take here? Let's go with, I'm going to go with the Witch, actually. I know Baby D, but the Musketeer is a solid counter to that. This is going to be terrible because I'm pretty sure he's going to take, I don't like any of these cards. A Double Witch, I guess. I got a Zap. I'm pretty sure he took Sparky. I'm going to take the Royal Recruits. Crazy enough, we were just talking about it. I'm definitely taking Mega Knight. Let's see. Let's go with the Princess, actually. And let's go with a little bit of a bait type of a thing. We'll go with the Goblin Gang. And I don't really have a solid win condition here, in my opinion. Mega Knight, Royal Recruits, and Witches are not really a win condition, I guess. But alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, I'm going to pressure. This is the Sparky Goblin Giant deck, man. Alright, let's get this down here. Let's see if he drops Sparky behind here. I don't know if he will or not. Or if he has some kind of a spell he's going to do. Actually, I'm gonna bring Mega Knight down now. Alright. I knew he was waiting a pretty long time there. I'm going to get a little aggressive. And I'm only going to get a little... There, I knew he had Sparky. Okay, so let's go ahead and zap this now. And hope that will die. Please, yes. Okay. I forgot what I was about to say. I think I was going to say, like, I get a little aggressive with this because I know I can just reset. It's such a poor way to think about it, but... Alright, so I figured he had Sparky, and he's got a Goblin Giant Sparky deck. I mean, that's pretty good. I do think that Royal Recruits will hopefully help me out there. Alright, I'm going to keep the pressure up here if I can. He's obviously... Oh, he's doing that. Okay. So, that was perfectly timed, I think. We're back to Zap already. Actually, I'm going to have to let this go. I can't overcommit, really. Let's see. We'll hope the wizard dies out a little bit there. Let's get this down now. Fortunately, the wizard is going to get some damage there. Yeah, that's why I'm going to wait, actually. I think I'm going to try to get a little bit of damage here, but I missed the bomb tower, of course. But, yeah, the point there really was more than just that. Okay, so he's doing that. Okay, all right. I'm going with this. Did not think he was going to do that. That's a solid Nato. I didn't know he had it, of course. Let's get this down. Get this down here. And I'm going to get this down. Now, I have to get Mega Knight down now. And as long as those... I don't want to zap that, actually. Well, you know what? I know this is going to be bad because he's going to have a Sparky. But I'm going to try to get all this down here. Bomb Tower is also going to be in hand for him. Now we'll go ahead and Fireball. And it's going to be GG. Alright. Well, see, I mean, the only thing, I don't know if I said this before, but obviously the Royal Recruit, I'll say obviously, the Royal Recruits can actually be pretty nasty in draft or these kinds of challenges, even in war battles. I typically don't use them, but they are, you know, sometimes people just don't even know how to react against them. Anyways, lots of gold, man, I love it. Alright, let's just keep on going, see if we can't wrap up this challenge. Alright, man, why can't I get Sparky? I don't even know here, I guess the cannon cart. This is hard. This is difficult because I like both of these cards in the Dark Prince and the Miner, but I'm pretty sure my man took Sparky. Let's see. I'm gonna actually go with, these are some difficult. Okay, I'm definitely gonna go Rocket there. Definitely going to go Firecracker. As tempting as Nato is, actually, I'm going to go the Royal Delivery. Which, yeah, that's another card that's obviously going to get buffed, and that should be pretty interesting, to be honest with you. At first, I was kind of like meh about it, but I think it's actually going to be a pretty good, solid buff for it, because it already killed minions and things like that. So, all right, let's see what we got here. Maybe I just go in with Ram Rider. It's a lot of elixir to commit to, but we'll see what he goes with. Okay, I'll take that. Let's get the Firecracker down. Let's see. I think what I'm going to try to do here is that and this. Yeah, so now I'm wishing I took Barb Barrel. So we're going to have some work done over there on the left side. Kind of match up the damage there a little bit. He's unfortunately going to get hit with the Royal Ghost, so I'm just going to let that happen. He's going to get 2, actually. Alright, so maybe I shouldn't have let that happen. Alright, let's go with Cannon Cart, apply a little bit of pressure. Alright, so I'm actually going to rocket this. I typically do not want to do that, but there we go. That's going to lock on, so I'm going to get some damage there. Let's get the Firecracker down as well. And I'm going to go ahead and hopefully time this now-ish. Guys, could I have timed that in? Let me tell you something. That's not easy to do. That is not easy to do with that card. It's hard enough to get it with even log, right? Alright, so I'm definitely going to get some shots off the Firecracker. Awesome. And she's out of range. Alright, so let's go with this here. He's going to get a shot off. I can get this down now, though. Alright, definitely going to take some damage there. Alright, I'm going to go in now, though. See, I'm down to a rocket. I just need a hit, 1 hit. Alright, I'm going to get that hit for sure. Alright, sweet. So let's go with this. We're going to go with this. Just got to take care of that. I'm going to drop this down. In hindsight, I probably should have went with the, well, let's just go in. I was going to say I could have went with, let's get this down. Oh man, I love them when things work out like they're not supposed to. Alright, so 1 Firecracker die. Oh, no, they don't. Nope, never mind, just kidding. So we're just going to keep applying the pressure. Let's see if I can break in there. And let's go ahead and rocket. Let's bring this down now. Bring this down. And we'll give them the peace out. Because we are going to hopefully end with rocket, I think. I hope we do. Alright. Do I? Let's see, it's going to be close. Nah. Alright, GG. Good game, my friend. Alright. Anyways, yeah, the Royal Delivery, that's going to be an interesting card too, so definitely. I've been holding off on maxing out that and the Heal Spirit. I mean, typically, I mean, if they're so OP, I'll do it, but I was just kind of waiting on, especially the Heal Spirit, kind of let it balance out a little bit, and we'll see if I doubt it's going to get, you know, worked or anything like that or changed. Okay, let's see here. Man, do I go lightning? Let's go lightning. I'm gonna go lightning. I think this time. It could be a mistake. We'll go. Oh man, I cannot wait till they buff the magic archer. I'm actually gonna go with the magic archer though. All right, so what is he gonna go with here? He's probably gonna go with the Tesla or the. I'm gonna go P.E.K.K.A. I'm gonna go guards. I need some kind of air. Alright, for another spell, I'm going to go a little light with that. I do not like these choices at all, but we're going to go ahead and go Royal Giant. I'm sure he took Mega Knight. We're going to go Ice Wizard. Oh my goodness, I'm going to go Battle Healer. We'll see. I don't like these selections at all, but we'll see how it goes. Let's see what he's playing. Alright, what you got? Alright, so I think I'm going to drop Ice Wiz here. See what he puts in front of this. Okay, we have a Lumberjack, so we're going to go with Battle Healer. I'm just going to go ahead and log all this back. And I'm actually going to go with the Royal Giant now. I do need him to drop a tank off. Would be nice. Not that kind of a tank. Alright, I could be in trouble here. I don't think I'm going to be able to get, oh, maybe I might. Definitely going to take some damage. So we're going to drop P.E.K.K.A. now. But he's up on Elixir, for sure. Alright. Okay. Let's see what he drops here. Gosh, this is such an overcommitment. I wanted to try to get it down before she spawns skeletons, but if he doesn't have anything here, P.E.K.K.A.'s still going to get a hit. He could probably distract. Okay, Valkyrie. Alright, let's see what we got here. Let's see. You going to drop the old Lumberjack? You're not. So let's go ahead and drop the E-Wiz down, slow the Valkyrie down. Didn't even really need to do that, so that was probably a waste. Never know with that Valkyrie. I feel like she gets like 6 or 7 swings. Okay, so he's probably, I feel like, maybe running a balloon or something. So let's get the old guards down here first. Alright, okay. And we have this going on, so let's get this down. Just gotta wait for double elixir here. Trying to think of what big counters he would have for the Royal Giant, actually. I mean, he's got the Mega Knight. Let's just get the Royal Giant down now. He might have given up, I don't know. Let's see here. See? You see what I'm saying? You know, like, I do this. Well, I don't know if I've ever given up, to be honest with you, on this kind of stuff. But if you look at, the fact that you got this pass Royale thing, you know? I don't know. It kind of spoils this, right? Alright, so GG, I guess. Wrap it up. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can discuss balance change-wise, but honestly, those are just the main things I want to talk about. You know, the ones that I did raise, so we'll see how it all shakes out. I'm looking forward to the new season. I think most people are. But I just have honestly, overall, outside of the Battle Healer, that's the main one I think they just could have nerfed a little bit more. Because I think E-Golem is still going to be super nasty. I just don't think that reduction in HP is going to really adjust that much. It's still going to be in the meta, unfortunately. So I've run it a couple times, different variations of it. Man, I love all that gold. I need the gold too. So cool, yeah. So anyways, I will be on Twitch tonight probably. I say I will be probably, but it's either going to be YouTube or Twitch as far as making a video for YouTube. I'm making one now. I just wanted to get this out quickly to discuss the balance changes a little bit. But yeah, I should be on Twitch tonight. I haven't been on for the past few nights, you know, but definitely be on there. And this weekend should be a fun weekend as I try to grind out the rest of the season to try to get a new personal best, hopefully. We shall see. Still running this Piggies deck here. Love it. I absolutely love this deck. It's so much fun to play. So, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And again, if you are still here, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. And until the stream tonight and or more videos, hope you guys have a good one, and peace out.